Welcome back to It's a Football Show. This is week 6, 7. What week are we at?
God, have we been doing it that
7.
long?
It's week 7.
Episode 2, because we're slackers. Slacking all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Feels just like 2 weeks ago we did one of these shows.
Yeah, we did. It was
Really
just 2
feels like
weeks
2
ago
weeks.
that we did this. We need to start doing it every week again. Because we have fans out there. You're out there and you're ready for us to tell you what you need to know about what you don't need to know about the NFL, basically. So,
I don't know about that. That's kind of throwing us under the bus. I think this is all important shit.
not what
you
you
need to
don't
know.
Maybe that's not what you don't need to know. What you didn't think you needed to know, but
There
you
we go.
do need to know.
There we go. There we go. That sums it up.
Yeah.
We're like the fucking Center for Disease Control. Everything you didn't know you needed to fucking be panicking about.
Mm-hmm.
So be on the lookout.
So, did you see, we saw the end of the Bengals-Panthers debacle. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
They used the entire overtime to not kick a field goal.
The Jets, Patriots?
No. Panthers. Last week.
Last week. Right.
Yeah, they 2 minutes left. The Bengals get the ball after getting it originally, marching all the way down the field, kicking a field goal, giving it to the Panthers, who march all the way down the field, kick a field goal, get it back with 2 minutes left, spend everything but 4 seconds. It's like a 38-yarder?
38 yards. I think it was 38 yards, yeah.
Not even close.
Not even the
close.
ballpark.
Really?
Just,
Yeah.
student section.
Tie.
Kicked it into the student section.
Ends in a tie.
Tie football game. And what's funny is the Panthers initially celebrate. They're like, yeah! And then they're like, wait a second, we tied.
Oh, we tied.
We tied. And then after that, everybody just sort of meandered around like, good game? No, we tied.
That game sucks.
We
How,
tied.
there's no way to get on back on the bus and be like,
.5.
nailed it.
0.5 win.
0.5.
0.5 loss.
0.5 loss, yeah.
Yeah.
There's just no way to like take anything away from a tie because you can, if you lose, there's things to be learned. If you tie, there is nothing to be learned.
Right.
It's just you look at everybody and go, we could have played just a little bit better.
A little bit better,
Just a little bit better.
One that close.
Iota better.
That's the thing, though, the tie. It's
Was it
like,
Mike Nugent missed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at that point, actually, because they did play
The
pretty
Cincinnati
good.
Madman.
They're looking at him going, even though he's a pretty good kicker.
Right.
Pretty good kicker.
Oh, you can't throw Mike Nugent under the bus,
No.
dude. You have to throw yourself under the bus. You got in that position in the first place. You tied to get into
Oh,
the
yeah,
tie.
you tied to get into the tie.
Even though the ties are the most frustrating thing in football, just because of how it is, they're good. It's the shaming of football.
It's a damn shame.
It's a public
It's
shaming
impossible.
of football.
It's even as a fan when you watch a tie happen.
You're in the stocks getting shit thrown at you.
You are, yeah. Oh, they tied.
You know what they should do?
It's pain.
There should be like a mandate, is that because you just played a mediocre football game, you should be forced to go to a mediocre dinner together.
Both teams.
Both teams. Like, you just tied.
At Chili's.
Now
Yeah,
you
you
need
gotta
to go to like Applebee's or Denny's or something. Denny's is better. Denny's is too good for people to tie.
It's a good deal, at least.
It's a good deal. I don't mind Denny's so much.
Applebee's, though, I think that's Applebee. Everybody has to go to Applebee's together. My coffee's cold. Yeah,
Yep.
so is your fucking gameplay, asshole.
Yeah. Is there any hamburgers with cheese on it? Not any cheese that you've ever heard of. What? Also, Jets-Patriots was a disappointing end because the Jets just let the entire front line of the kick block of the Patriots block the kick. It was like hit a guy in the side.
So did you see the controversy?
And then
surrounding
another guy
that?
actually blocked
I
it with
did.
his hand.
I did indeed.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's you actually stole my thunder because I was going to talk about that
We
later.
can
okay.
talk about that
We'll
later
talk about
because
it
I
later.
don't know about it. No, I'll be surprised.
Oh,
Very surprising.
spoilers.
Speaking of surprises, right now, do you know what the best total defense in the NFL is?
In terms of
Which team has the best total defense yards allowed?
The
Yards
Detroit
per
Lions.
game.
the Bills.
Detroit Lions.
Really?
Indeed, indeed.
They also
Wow.
have the best points allowed
They do.
defense,
Mhm.
best passing defense, and the fifth running defense.
Mm-hmm.
Where they are
2 weeks ago, they were number one on running defense as well.
That is a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
They're a really good team.
They're really good. Now,
Well,
where
one
would
side
you
of the
think
ball's good.
that they would be on offense because they're known as an offensive team?
Up at the top. Obviously,
obviously.
5,000 yards passing, and Calvin Johnson gets 25 touchdowns, right?
For your fantasy football team.
Absolutely, of
Already.
course. That's where
Already this year.
they have to be right there.
Yeah. You know where they are?
Not there.
18th. Mm-hmm. Not very good.
No.
In
Not
yards.
very good. Nards yards.
Nards.
Nards yards.
No,
They are. When you are
They're playing
when you're under
nards.
15, there are nards yards.
They won last week.
Also surprising, LeSean McCoy, after last week, is now 4th in the NFL in rushing. 1 game.
Well, I think that says more about the rest
Wait,
of the running backs
Fourth
in the
NFL in rushing after 1 game?
No, he played in every game, but he was quite disappointing, as I have him on my fantasy football team. Picked him number 1 overall in one league.
He's 4th?
He's now 4th after that 138-yard game.
That's not great for LeSean
That's
McCoy.
not great for anybody.
No.
You can't go from nobody to 4th, 138
Right.
yards.
Yeah,
No,
38th
what
to
the
4th
hell
in
is
a
going
week.
on?
That's the state of the running backs
That's
in the NFL.
baloney.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's
Weren't we talking
fourth-
about that the other night? That
How many
out of the
years
top
ago-
10 drafted running backs in fantasy, how many of them are actually productive? DeMarco Murray?
None.
DeMarco Murray was
Murray,
the
fine,
steal because
fine.
everybody stayed away from him because
But
he's
how many
Gile.
years ago?
Le'Veon Bell?
How many years ago did we see a guy run 296 yards in a game?
Arian Foster did it 4 years ago?
No, Adrian Peterson did it 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Somebody usually gets close to 300.
That's not happening.
What did last year-
A guy can go from nothing to 4th by doing 100. That's like you got off the bus. That's what you're supposed to do, is break 100 yards.
Really?
And you go to 4th?
If you told me last year, when I also had LeSean McCoy in that league, that he was going to rush for 138 yards and no touchdowns against the Giants, I'd be like, well, that's a very pedestrian effort from him. Because he should get 2 touchdowns and about 150 and then 75 through the air.
Right.
He should score all the points. Not happening this year.
What? Wow, go Lions! Wow! Show 'em!
Well,
That's what happens when the Lions are good at defense. The earth is coming to an end.
Superman,
Cats
where are
and
you? Spin us backwards.
Cats and dogs living together. That's the sort of
what
thing.
is there going to be a Cubs fan that comes in next? Jesus.
I don't think that there's any Cubs fans around here. Oh, Cubbies. Cleveland is going on a 3-game stretch where they're facing opponents whose combined record is 1-16.
The Browns?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Cleveland is facing 3 teams whose combined record is 1-16.
My predictions were
over the
off.
next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I want to change my prediction.
Tampa.
The Jags, the Raiders, and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers being the team that won a game.
Wow.
So
Has that ever
you
happened
better
before?
not. I tried to find something about that. It's the worst I've ever seen over a 3-game stretch.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
But at this point, Cleveland has very little excuses because they played well. They just haven't really been putting them in the W column. These next 3 weeks, you better rack up some W's because you're playing.
That's a pretty good football team, though. The
Cleveland?
Browns?
Cleveland's
Yeah,
defense
they're playing alright.
is underrated.
I mean,
I agree.
I expect them to at any point become Cleveland again.
Yeah, for sure.
Go on a
I
4-game
would-
stinker streak and then beat a team by 2 and then go on an 8-game streaker streak.
I-
like the Cowboys.
Because
are
there's
gonna do.
26 games in a season in the NFL, according to my math.
I expect them to lose to the Raiders because the Raiders played very well against San Diego.
That Derek Carr,
He's all right.
he's all right.
He's all right. Anyway,
He's no Philip.
that's my little takeoffs. Go ahead and give us the news.
The news. So I've got basically this is the Vegas special of the news. This
Oh, really?
week. Yeah, got lots of odds for you guys.
Oh, the lines.
whole lines, all sorts of lines. The number one thing that's in the news as far as the odds is it looks like, according to Vegas, Peyton Manning is going to break the record on Sunday.
No.
Yeah.
No, wait till next week.
What's the over/under?
Negative 180 and plus 150.
I don't know what that means.
That means that if you'd wagered $180 to win, or yes, he does break the record.
You only win 150. You don't double your money.
that means you'd have to wager $180 to win $100 on yes, or wager $100
to win
to win $150 on no.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a lock, basically. That's not a bet you want to take. Moving on. The Seahawks are going to lose another home game this season, which is interesting to me.
What are the odds on that one?
Once again, 170 to yes, to negative 150 or 250. So that's a major lock that they're going to win, or they're going to lose another.
They got to play Arizona and San Francisco there.
Yeah. No, they got a tough schedule ahead of them at home. DeMarco Murray is the favorite to win the NFL MVP.
Nope, not going to happen.
Oh,
7-2.
There should be an odds on those. He's going to actually make it through the season.
Yeah. Manning and Rivers are 4-1. Andrew Luck is 13-2. Yeah. Murray is also 20-1 to break Barry Sanders' record of 14 straight 100 rushing games.
Huh.
Wow.
How many does he doesn't get hurt.
He's at 6.
Oh. Going back to last year, I thought.
No.
Yeah. DeMarco Murray is also 25-1 to break Eric Dickerson's rushing record of 2105.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
He's going to get hurt. God damn it.
And last but not least for the odds of another tie are 15-1.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that one.
That's good odds. That's a Sunday.
Yeah. It seems like there's been too much tying over the last 10 years.
There was, 2 last year, wasn't there? 2
The 49ers.
No, there was like 2 in a week last year. 2 teams tied on 1 week.
Well, I know, but that was for the whole season, though.
No, I don't think so. I think there was like 3 or 4 ties.
I don't think so.
No.
Either way,
I just
usually
make up all this.
one tie is an anomaly, and there's been ties.
I just actually have pictures of boobs on this tablet, and I'm just making things up off the top of my head. So there you go.
Ooh,
Tiki Barber says boobies are nice. So, more news. You're all familiar with the Austin Pettis?
Yes.
Plays for the Rams, went to Boise State University.
Yeah, heard of him.
He got a recent tattoo that just got discovered. Or maybe he's had it for a while, but it just got found out because somebody pulled back down the back of his jersey, horse-collared him, per se, and found tattoo on his neck.
Huh.
It's about yay big. It's the logo to the Mighty Ducks. The movie.
Flying V!
Flying V, that's right. That's right.
I remembered nothing about that film other than Emilio.
He says he got it because, and I quote, "It's a great movie."
It's a feel-good hit.
So is a
It
million
sucks.
of them.
It's a terrible movie.
Why do you
When was the last time you watched The Mighty Ducks?
What about Cool Runnings?
It's uplifting. Cool Runnings is also uplifting.
Right, there's a million of them.
Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks. Hey, Emilio Estevez is in that.
There was
Was that the last time that Emilio Estevez was viable?
Mighty Ducks, man.
Maybe.
It did spawn a hockey team, though. A real hockey team.
He's no Carlos Estevez.
Or Joe Estevez.
He's not even Joe Estevez. And Phillip Rivers broke a record this week.
Oh, really?
Nobody's talking about it. Nobody gives a shit. I do, because it's a big deal. Phillip Rivers is the first NFL quarterback to have a passer rating higher than 120 in 5 straight games.
Huh.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
That's
impressive.
a big record. I don't like you, sir, but I take my hat off to you.
Yes. They are quietly a fantastic football team. Because they're up in every single defensive statistic as well.
Phillip Rivers is loudly a great quarterback. Not loudly, I am a great quarterback. He is loudly being a douche. Like, I am the world's biggest douche. Look at my bolo tie. Also, I'm an epically good quarterback.
Very
if
good.
I wasn't such a butthole, I could be talked about, but I'm a big butthole.
He's my quarterback steal in every fantasy football league where somebody takes him 2 picks ahead of where I want to take him.
He wins football games.
Oh, yeah, he's good. Mm-hmm. He's
a difference maker.
Yeah. Well, my mom's on board. That's when you know you've got a quarterback.
All right, let's stop blowing Philip Rivers here.
Because you got 3 guys now. Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers, and
Another
Philip Rivers.
half I've always just, I love him so much. No, screw Philip Rivers. That guy's a butthole. Him and Matt Prater need to take a bath.
I have Philip Rivers on one of my fantasy teams. I'm completely happy.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
great.
sure,
He's a great fantasy football quarterback.
So, there we go.
Speaking of Matt Prater, the Detroit Lions are 5 for 15 in field goals this year.
Oh.
5 for 15.
That's going to turn around.
It better.
The sun has not set on Matt Prater, so I hope they hang in there.
The sun never sets on Matt Prater because he's at the bar until he has to go to work the next day and kick field goals. Or, well, I guess he kicks the ball, but he's drunk all the damn time, high on coke and eating cheeseburgers and
According to the news,
the
he's
mile high leg.
showing off his bank account to bankers.
rolling in
What?
his Cadillac.
Yeah, this guy, I know, he banked at Wells Fargo in Denver, and Matt Prater used to come in and strut and then be like, go ahead and check out my bank account, yo. Check it out. He'd Vanderjet out. Yo,
Really?
check out my numbers.
At
yo.
least
Check out my checking.
Yeah, I have to. I'm depositing your check. Butt head.
butthead.
Butthead. Yeah, no.
At least he can kick it
giant
longer
douche.
than 40 yards. Vanderjack was not good beyond very small field goals.
I think that they should get in a rap off though. I'd be curious. You know who's a better rapper according to Stephen Smith?
Martin
Shaq.
Grammatic. Oh, Shaq.
Shaq is the most underrated rapper of all time. It almost made the news according to
Even though-
Stefan Smith.
Stephon Smith.
Yeah,
Stephen
Like
A.
Stephen
Smith.
A.
Stephen A. Smith. Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh. Shaq.
Wait, he's the most
Shaq.
underrated?
underrated rapper of all
Even though
time.
he sold all the records?
That's a good point.
He sold all the records. Shaq Diesel, that wasn't it like 8 times platinum or some nonsense?
I bought Shaq Diesel.
Why?
Because it was the time.
Because-
everybody bought
because
Shaq
it's
Diesel.
not Tori Amos.
You know somebody that bought Shaq Diesel.
So do you. Yeah, we know you, apparently. I know another guy.
At
though,
the
too.
time, I don't have it anymore.
Oh, sure.
No, you do. It's on your iPhone right now. It's in the cloud.
The cloud knows that you bought that once, and it's now on
Here's
your
what's
phone.
gonna happen. You're gonna someday become an internet darling because if it's a football show and you're gonna be like Jennifer Lawrence level of mega epic awesome, and somebody's gonna hack your iPhone account, your iCloud, and be like Shaq Diesel.
Seriously.
Oh, I'm twittering this, and it's gonna end your career because you have Shaq Diesel.
Do you want me to pass
Don't let
No,
that happen.
No.
I don't want you to pass it. You stupid. God damn it, Shaq.
Should I
it?
slam it?
This is a football show. We're going to talk about Shaq more.
I only want to talk about
Shaq
Shaq.
all the time. Did you hear about the naked wrestling?
Please tell me.
Well, apparently he used to just charge people naked at the hotel rooms and locker rooms.
I could see
like
that,
he would just
actually.
get undressed and wrestle you to the ground, like hog tie you, and like pin you and count you out. That's assault.
Maybe that's what Brendan Brendan Zander from Buffy got arrested for.
Pulling a Shaq.
just doing his Shaq impression.
I'm doing my favorite Shaq. That's what Roethlisberger was trying in the bathroom. Well, you don't like Shaq? Is that the news?
That is the news.
All right, let's do bad surprises. We're already 18 minutes in.
All right, bad surprises here. Let me try to get my notes up here. All right, so bad surprises. Percy Harvin got last minute trade from Seattle to the Jets. Well, the bad surprise is apparently the guy's a big dickhead.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of reports surfacing now that he gets into fights with everybody in the locker rooms. That's why there was a kind of a chemistry issue, which is kind of the that's a speculation on the trade.
Kind of see that.
Yeah.
Who's he getting fights with?
Golden Tate last year before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Golden Tate had a black eye apparently. Russell Wilson fought him, which kind of.
he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he does. But I guess
he good at it?
Percy Harvin just kind of pushes people to that.
He's a button pusher.
Yeah.
Is he good at the
Well,
fisticuffs?
I guess he's gone to the right place then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jets is a good spot for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Jersey.
they gave up for him? The Jets give up a conditional 2nd to 4th round pick, depending on what there's like a yardage criterion, and there's also a physical criterion that has to be met to like elevate which pick it's going to be. The Seahawks gave up a first, third, and seventh round to get him, extended his contract, used him for 10 games.
I thought it was 6 games.
10. He's played in 10 games.
Well,
does that count preseason?
Yeah, actually, this is my. I'm doing under the bus right now because that's what I'm going to talk about. So.
Oh, you're not done.
He's not done with bad surprises.
Okay. Well, we'll finish up bad surprises. Chris Christie just signed into law that New Jersey can bet on gambling, bet on sports gambling.
Isn't Atlantic City?
Yeah, why couldn't they do that? I thought that was a thing. Oh.
Apparently, that was just an Atlantic City thing.
It's fucking big. Right. Oh, I can't bet in my hometown that's 4 minutes away from Atlantic City.
Right.
I have to drive 4 minutes away.
And now they can, apparently. Mm-hmm. The bad surprise, though, is nobody's going to be betting on the Jets. So.
Also, the other bad surprise is that you just bet on the internet. Right. You can, bet from your home.
That's a thing now.
Yeah, you just bet from your home.
Completely illegal, but totally okay.
Yeah, you can, now it's betting is legal in New Jersey, and the citizens of New Jersey are like, that means I would have to leave my house to place a bet. Yeah. Because I've been betting at my house the whole time.
Which was 3 years ago. No. I
remember when the house came down
FBI would... The hammer of justice. No online betting. I
don't remember exactly how that happened with the poker deal, but there was millions and millions of e-dollars seized on that deal.
Yeah, and now it's like, we're doing it again.
Well, like fantasy...
It's illegal.
You can bet on fantasy sports.
You can't, actually.
Those are considered prizes. Yeah. That's what makes that. That's what makes that legal.
It's illegal.
Some jelly beans.
It's in every place but Nevada and New Jersey now. You cannot place money with any type of odds of winning or losing more money. That is the definition of gambling. You cannot put in to take out.
So I thought the way that they ran the FanDuels and the Fantasy Kings or whatever, DraftKings...
Raffling in the state of Idaho is completely illegal.
Is that even though we have a raffle... I thought that was what made it legal, or what makes it in the gray area, is that you're entering a contest to win prizes.
The only way that it is legal is you have to be guaranteed a prize. You have to be guaranteed. It could be
an email,
a turd sandwich, whatever. But you have to pay something to get something.
An autographed
essentially,
picture
you
of
can't
me.
Pay something and be like, "Sorry, you didn't win. You
What
suck."
if you're getting fun?
Getting fun?
That's what you're receiving.
You're receiving.
You're talking about the government. They don't like fun.
They're apparently turning a blind eye on this giant
try
industry
to write
of
fun on your tax deductions when you send it to the IRS. You know what you're gonna get? You're gonna get a whole lot of fun when they come and shove things up your butthole. Because they do that now.
They do?
Shove things up your butthole.
Okay.
Yeah. It's their new stance.
Okay, so last bad surprise. Joseph Randle, backup running back for the Cowboys, got busted for shoplifting. He got busted for shoplifting some Huggies and a little tester bottle of cologne.
What?
Yeah, the bad surprise is just the whole goddamn thing. Just stupid. Just dumb.
The bad surprise is when he calls whoever he's got to drop the Huggies off to. Because he's obviously already got... He's like, I'm going to smell nice with the ladies. But he's already had a problem with the ladies, obviously. So he has to call like, baby, tonight was going to be a special night. I'm in jail. I really blew this. I was only told to go get Huggies, but I only had enough money for the Huggies, but I fucking needed that cologne.
I was gonna smell good, baby.
I can't just shoplift the cologne and pay for the Huggies. I gotta take them both.
Yeah, I gotta take them both.
Do you remember how I told you I was a football player? Yeah, I stole some underwear. I'm in jail.
Meanwhile, he's got $350,000 in his debit account, but he just forgot his debit card.
Anyway, that's bad surprises.
That's awesome.
So under the bus,
B-hole.
The Seahawks, for in fact, as I almost ran off with earlier, giving up a first, third, and seventh for Harvin, getting back maybe a second or a fourth, and paying the man to play for the New York Jets. So when they extended his contract, they took over some financial responsibility for him. I don't know how much exactly, but he's going to be... The Jets are not going to be paying him to play football, and they're giving up very little to get him. Again, only 10 games.
Is he going to play football?
Is he going to play football? I'm not doing an under the bus driving the bus. Mm-hmm. I'm doing 2 under the buses.
Okay, go. Proceed.
Because the Seahawks are under the bus, but now the Jets are under the bus too. Yeah. 1, because they stink. 2, because this doesn't matter. He's not going to be any good. And the 3rd under the bus is everybody who cares about Percy Harvin. This guy is a Devin Hester-sized non-factor.
That's a good point.
I mean, that's... At this point, I would rather have Devin Hester, who is playing for the Atlanta Falcons, apparently.
Caught a touchdown.
Why do I care
So
about Percy Harvin?
exciting.
He's equal to Percy Harvin on touchdowns.
It's so much fun when you watch a game, and they're like, this guy is a difference maker. He changes the landscape of a game. Look at his numbers, and they're just paltry.
No, you're absolutely right. Look at his numbers. And the number that everybody goes back to is that little thing in the back of everybody's mind in 2008 when he played with the Minnesota Vikings and was incredible. He was incredible.
Yeah, he was averaging 17 yards after the catch.
And then he just has been injured and injured and injured and injured and now on a different team and then on a different team and then injured and then on a different team.
And apparently picking fights.
And picking fights.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's a butthole. But you can't just say the guy has never done anything.
I didn't say that he never did anything.
He was electric.
That Devin Hester was electric for
Not
a while.
as a wide receiver.
As a kick returner, he was.
Of course, he's still electric.
Almost.
And then you make both of these guys into something, and they become huge non-factors.
True.
They're non-factors.
Non-factor.
Darn.
Percy Harvin, you're probably going to be off my fantasy team.
You know what the good thing is, though?
I will probably dump him for maybe Devin Hester.
You know the good thing
Devin
is,
Hester's out there.
Yeah.
You can get a hold of him in about any league you want.
I think Eric Decker benefits from that, though.
There's another breathing human being.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think Decker gets more thrown to.
They're like, Percy Harvin, we got to take care of Percy Harvin.
Eric Harvin's been, or not Harvin, Decker's been playing very well.
He has.
He's dropped his average amount, 3 per game.
He
doesn't have Peyton Manning throwing the ball to him.
He dropped 3 per game in Denver. Eric Decker sucks.
He played really well against the Patriots.
He's been pretty well.
He's been pretty good.
He didn't kick the game-winning field goal.
He did not kick the... Well, Nick Folk would have, much to the chagrin of this guy, because he would have scored 20 points, and it's always bad when a kicker hangs 20 on you.
Yeah.
But he still hung... Nick Folk still hung 15 points on you this week. Yeah.
So,
which is
we're
rough.
throwing under the bus the Jets, the Seahawks...
And everyone who cares
and
about
everybody else who cares about Percy Harvin. Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, that was under the bus. And you have 3 minutes to do the super awesome, not
That's
so super
way
awesome.
too much time. Well, actually, it's not, because
2
we have
minutes
an
and
explanation.
20 seconds.
The super awesome. Brian Hoyer jerseys are finally selling better than Johnny Manziel's. Finally. Just last week, Dick's Sporting Good, Big Dick's, reports that people are buying Brian Hoyer jerseys because Johnny Manziel's not the guy.
No.
Huh.
No, he's not.
Just figured that out.
Yeah.
He might
last
be
week.
the guy, but he's not the guy.
The thing that is sort of
The guy.
weird about it is that
The guy.
I'm Johnny Football Guy.
Hoyer is from Cleveland, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hometown kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they love that shit.
Yeah, that's why they got what's-his-face.
LeBron?
No, he's from Akron.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's the same.
Brady Quinn was from Cleveland as well.
That
worked out
They
real
like
well
homers down over there.
Well, Hoyer at least plays football okay.
Well, the not so super awesome is what Sean hinted at earlier. Did the officials help the New England Patriots avoid a penalty on the Jets' last second field goal?
it looked like it. The video I saw looked
Very
like
controversial.
it. Yeah.
So, in case you don't know, Sam,
I didn't know, even though I watched the game.
on Nick Folk's potential 58-yard game winner, Patriots linebacker Dante Hightower lined up in a standing position directly in front of lawn stopper Tanner Purdom. This would have been in violation of the NFL's Rule 9, Section 1, Article 3 on defensive team formations on kicks from scrimmage. The rulebook states, when Team A presents a punt, field goal, or try kick formation, or a team B player, who's within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, must have his entire body outside the snapper's shoulder pads at the snap, which we all know you can't line up in front of the snapper.
And you can't can the snapper either.
Such violation would have brought a 5-yard penalty. But instead of waiting for the snap and throwing a flag, one official tapped Hightower, seemingly signaling the linebacker to move out of the illegal formation,
it was more
which then he did.
Get out of the way.
And then he moved.
Yeah.
No, that's dumb. You can't do that.
You cannot do that.
Right.
You're supposed to be impartial.
Impartial. Hey, buddy.
But it is the Patriots.
Hey,
I feel like a lot of good teams get Jordan calls all the time. I think the Patriots and the Seahawks get away with freaking murder.
Like they would have made the field goal anyway. I mean, come on.
5 yards. You never know.
He kicked it into the back of the guy.
I think, well, that's because not only whatever that happened, but the Jets just let him in.
Well, and then there's the whole mind concept, like, oh, we just screwed up. We're not set. We need to be perfectly set. Either way,
or maybe all the
guy
Jets
lying in front of
linemen
the snapper
are like, what's going on here? Then he snaps it, and they're like, what the... And then all of a sudden they're in the backfield blocking a kick.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Either way, if that is what happened, bummer.
Bummer. It is a bummer.
That's
I thought they were going to screw it up. I think had Folk actually kicked that field goal, let's say it wasn't for the win or whatever, but Folk has a chance at a 58-yarder, I think he can make that kick.
Yeah.
He's a good kicker.
Indeed. That's my super awesome, not so super awesome.
Well, I guess the show's over.